just thought I'd pop on and do a little haul from the knitting and stitching show that I went to yesterday. I'm going to start off with the Sheepies Maxi Sweet Treats that I brought from Handmade by Anne yesterday. So I did buy 4 really, really nice colours. In case you were wondering what the colours were. Not really sure what I'm going to do with those colours, but I really enjoyed the peacock style. I also went to Japan Crafts and I got this really nice sashiko cotton. I like the carnation colours. It was $2.99. Oh, I've got to mention that these were $1.75 each, which is an absolute bargain if you're an embroiderer. Can't go wrong with those. But I thought this would be great for the stash. We all know how I love a good patriotic theme. I then went to Little Rosy Cheeks. So she was one of the exhibitors I really wanted to go and see. So I brought these adorable scissors. These were £14. Absolute bargain. Could not love them more. And then I went for 3 of the packs of little labels. I really enjoyed this one. So this one said, imagine what else I can do. This one says, I made this and it feels good on the other side. And then this one is a pack of 3. So it says savage, not average, made by my hands and I sew for me. And then she gave me a little freebie, which I quite enjoyed. I don't remember seeing these ones, as I probably would have gone for especially with the 70s colours. I also went to Italian Buttons. For one of our workshops, a lovely lady, Tracy, is organising a button advent for those that do attend the workshop, just for a little bit of fun. So I have a million trillion buttons, but I thought I needed some extras to add in. Obviously, all these won't go in, but you might see them if you get my advent swap. So I really enjoyed these little flowers. Around me a bit of the cherry blossoms. So I got those in 2 sizes. Some really pretty glittery acrylic ones. I enjoyed the little glittery hearts in these. And then I just went for this, I don't know, it's like an assortment, but I really enjoyed how different they all were. So I got those. They were £1 each. They were thousands of buttons. I could have just spent all day looking at buttons. However, a lot of my sewing does not call for buttons, so I tried to stay away. I then went to a store with my mum, and I'm sure when she posts her haul, she will tell you what it was called, because I cannot remember for the life of me what it was called. But I did pick up some chenille needles. I did order a couple off Amazon. However, these are a lot easier for me to see because I do not wear my glasses, even though I should. So great for the embroidery. Prefer these. A needle threader. I just liked the design, if I'm honest. Didn't need it, wanted it. These are what happens when my mum and I shop together. So there was a little deal on mini tweezers for I want to say £4 or £4.50. So of course we had to have them. And then it was a deal on 2 for £9 on embroidery scissors. So I went for these lovely floral, because again, you can never have too many embroidery scissors, I don't think, especially if you've got little packs that you pop in your bag to go elsewhere. I picked up a strong magnet set. So I get a subscription box, and in one of those I had a lovely pin badge sent me, but I have no reason to wear one. So I thought if I whip the needle off the back and glue these on, it would be a great needle minder. I might do a little video of how I do that if I can figure it out. And I found this absolute bargain on sale for £2. I have brought an abundance of beads and a couple of beading sets, which we'll get to later, but I thought this would be great, so I can have this with all the beads for the set, sit, have a nice movie on, and then nothing's going to roll down the creases of my sofa. as we all know, happens. So for £2, I thought that was an absolute bargain. I then, I'm going to pronounce this as Shoot Lane. I'm hoping that is correct. I saw this as we went into the exhibit to begin with, and it was absolutely rammed. I can't explain to you how many people were trying to get in this tiny box of a exhibit. So I left it, and then later on, when I found my mum later on and it quieted down, we nipped to go and get. So I got the super easy bunting set. It was £20. It's beginner level. Now I can whip up bunting like nobody's business. However, what sold me was the pack fabrics. So I'm going to just grab this out and move this box out of the way. You pay £20 for the kit, and you get a pattern. Obviously I'm not going to show you that because you have to buy the kit to get the pattern. Really, it's a different way that I'm used to. So, but then you picked 8 patterns, square patterns to go with. So I went a little bit off skew. So the first ones I saw was Charlie. So my cat Charlie looks just like this, even with the menacing face. And then Love Snails. If you have been on one of our workshops before, you'll know the story of my wife and the Love Snails. So couldn't leave without that. Then I thought, well, I was going to do 4 of each. Then I couldn't go away without some of the other fabrics. So I went for Little Red Squirrel, a little mole, another cat, because you can't go wrong with a cat, mice, rabbit, or I think that might be a hare rather than a rabbit, and I'm going to assume this is a guinea pig, not a hamster. It could be either or. They look very similar. And along with that, you did get some seam binding. I do think I'm going to switch the yellow out for red, because I do have some beads, which I'll show you next, which I think would go wonderfully just hung on the points. So I'm thinking with a bright red. And then I'll leave these here so you can see where I'm going. I went to a shop called Bead Selection. Now, I'm not a beader. I have a small selection of beads that I stole from my mother's haberdashery, which I often do. Oh. Sorry, I had to come back because I thought I wasn't recording. So I went to the bead selection. Don't have a big selection of beads, but I do have a little one that I've stolen from my mum's haberdashery. So I went there and I brought these gorgeous mushrooms, toadstools, beads. I couldn't take them. I couldn't not. They were £3.50 for the strand, which I think is an absolute bargain. So in my mind, I'm thinking red seam binding with this hanging off. Oh, beautiful. Loving that. So also when I went to the bead selection, they had these bags. Now you have to excuse that I've ripped mine open in anticipation. But these were mystery bag for £15. I had a good feel, and I thought, right, I'm just going to grab it because I need to up my bead selection. So I will show you what I got in this, which I honestly do think it's worth it. We're going to slide everything out. Oh no. Okie dokie. So it came with 3 kits. So one to make a bracelet, one to make some lovely dragonfly earrings, a little snowman, beaded snowman in a Santa hat. Loved those. So they're fun, little Christmas crest I can do. And then this is the abundance of beads. I mean, for £50 you can't go wrong. I really don't think you can. So did get some small snow needles, a few findings. So you have the flattened beads, and I think there were some earring hooks in here somewhere. Yep, earring hooks, and some cording, which are great. Came with this very odd thing. So if anybody can tell me what it is, it doesn't have a hole in it, and it's just, I don't know what it is. So if anybody can tell me, that would be fabulous. some charms. I mean, we're not going to go into the selection too much. Some angel wings. So with these, you could use something like this as the body, and a smaller bead, maybe one of these tail beads as the head. And you pop it on one of these. You could either put a little lobster claw clasp on it, which you could make as what they call stitch markers. You could make them as earrings. You could do anything with these. You could hang them off your projects, so they're really fun. So you've obviously seen these two different selections. So you've got the teardrops, some pearlescent large ones. There are some bigger pearlescents in different colours, which I think are really lovely. You've got iridescent crystal balls, which I think, if you can see, they look like teeny tiny disco balls. They're great in a 1/25 scale doll's house. Some clear teardrops, I suppose you'd call them. Really nice. Some acrylic roses, and they have the hole through the side, so they'd be nice to sew onto your products. I'm going to get these ones out just because they're hard to explain. So they're like an oblong shape, but it's got a twist, if you can see in it, which I think is quite pretty. I think you could maybe modify those into being a button of some sort. Speaking of buttons, more buttons. Can never have enough buttons, if you ask me. Even though, like I said before, I don't have the need for them. Crackle glaze in a lovely variety of colour. Love them. This one's like a mixture of the glass, well, they're not glass, but the clear plastic beads, a lot of disco balls, but there is a random pretty one in there with a flower on. Love that. Plastic beads, pony beads. These are wooden. This plastic can't go wrong with those. Stars. Again, so many different things you can use stars for. Love these. My mum and I said they look like marbles. So again, if you're a doll house maker, these super tiny ones in a jar would work amazingly. Some frosted orange ones. Really love these. Again, these are so pretty. Some larger red ones. Great for this Christmas season coming up. Or even to add to like those mushrooms. Oh, beautiful. More crackle ones. These have got some quite Christmassy colours as well. I might be adding some of these to my pack to take to the stocking workshop. Might work real nice. Small flowers. I'm really upset there's not a red. That would have made a great poinsettia. And some greens, blues, like mauve colours of the long tube sea beads. My mum has claimed these already for her project. If you watch her haul later on, you'll see that she's gone with this colour scheme. She has no idea what she's making with it, but they're going to work with whatever she does end up making with. Now then, let me move these across. Out of frame. We'll go with I think this is my favourite purchase of the day. It was one of my very first purchases. So I brought the heirloom Harvey badger from the House of Landra. So this was £10 for the pattern. You make his little hat and his coat and all the good stuff. I think that is absolutely adorable. To go along with that, I did buy the full felt set. So it comes, I want to say it was 15 or 14, I'm not sure, but I think 15. It comes with everything I'm going to need to make Harvey. I went for buying the kit because I knew that if I had to then go out and buy the bits and bobs, it may be a year, 2 years before I make him. Whereas I'm thinking he would be a nice rainy afternoon, snow day activity. I did buy his glasses. Couldn't help myself. I know I could have wired these up, but look, stop it. I love them so much. They were £2, bargain. So that's the kit for Harvey and his glasses. So I'm going to really enjoy making that one. And then I came across the Halloween quartet. So My wife and I are massive Halloween fans. We decorate from the middle of September right up until probably, well, we took them down about a week ago. So we are huge Halloween fans. I booked the evening off work to make sure I'm in for the Halloween trick-or-treaters, all the good stuff. So when I saw this, I thought this is a great pattern that my wife and I could do together. I also went and got the matching felt kit, which I think was 10. So this was £6 and 10. So I didn't worry about the floss because I have that much floss. I am guaranteed to find something to match what I need. If not, joke's on me. But I'm absolutely positive that I will have something to match. I can't wait to make those. Again, I think they were my favourite, if I'm honest. Then, let's have a look. So I have fabric. Let me organise it into the correct shops. So, from Debbie Harris, I love a fat quarter. The girls laugh at me a lot. I'm a fat quarter queen. I have lots. I do have some yardage, but I tend to sew and make things from fat quarters. A lot of my projects are fat quarter projects. So I saw these and I instantly thought of a sewing machine cover. So this one's gorgeous. Let's see if they have any selvage on them. I don't think they do on this one. No, so there's no selvage on this one. So we've got the buttons. These were £3.75 each. We've got the sewing machines in 2 different colourways. Loved those. Couldn't help myself. Is there a selvage on this one? No. Well, selvage strip on this one maybe? I think I've letters order. Oh no, here we go. Sewing Room Sewing Machines by Makoa maybe? I imagine this is all from the same line of fabric. And then this one has lots of different notions on. It's got the scissors, it's got dressmaker pins, it's got quality sewing pins, some reels, buttons, rick-rack, a bit of everything. I saw that and thought, yes, I'm going for the world's cutest sewing machine cover. Quilt it. I've got some nice yardage that will make a great back into that, so love that. Then I went to this one was before that one. I went to the Stitching Post and they had a deal. It was either your fat quarters were £3 each, or you could buy 10 for 25. I didn't buy 10 for 25, although I very nearly did. But first one I picked up and I saw was this. I've never seen anything like this before. Love this. And this is, I did check for again by Makoa, the sewing room cotton reel. So I'm assuming again this might be part of those as well. To go along with this, I then saw this really pretty, what I think of like 1950s Christmas stars in my head. I mean, I'm probably very wrong, but that's what I think of. But I thought, oh, that goes gorgeous. And then to bring out that lovely green, I picked up this gingham. And this is going to be bunting for my craft room, because why not? I love that. Couldn't say no. I think it's a gorgeous mix. Then I picked up a remnant pack, which was £4 for these 4. So in that you got these 4 remnants, which again, beautiful for summer. This could, I love bunting. I could make bunting for days. This is a gorgeous summer bunting for your windows, for your garden parties, whatever. But then again, would also make great, well, anything really. You could make a nice table runner for your summer. Oh, don't. I'm spending more, buying more. And finally, I think, is my 2 purchases from Spellbound. So, again, this was something that I saw immediately as I walked in, but it was quite an expensive, for me, an expensive purchase. It was, I want to say it was either £17.95. Yeah, £17.95 for this kit. Now, I eyed it up and I was very lucky that at the end of the evening, my mum, the Moonlight Stitches lady, decided she would treat me. So she brought me the Easter Bunny Bunting Bauble kit. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's got a tiny rabbit sitting in what looks like an air balloon, hot air balloon with bunting. You get everything to make, hence why I brought the beading tray, because I thought this was a wonderful little ornament. And I don't think you need to have it out on Easter. It can just be hung up anywhere. I loved this. And then as I was just checking out, I found these adorable Incy Wincy earrings, £1.50. I thought I cannot not have those. So that is what I got. I think that's everything. I'm absolutely positive that that's everything I've brought from the Missing Stitching show. I hope you enjoyed my little haul. I know it's a bit longer than maybe a few, because I do rabbit, I do take after my mum. Also, a great introduction to me joining the Moonlight Stitches team full time from today. Bye.